Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017. I haven't played this game in a little while now, unfortunately. Been a bit too focused on other projects on the channel, but I'm back. And I'm glad to announce I have my gaming tower. It's all fixed. We're using it just now, and hopefully you can see the difference. I can certainly see the difference. It's much smoother. I have more than double the frame rate on some instances. I tried to play this map before and I was getting around 15 FPS. I'm currently sitting during recording at 60 FPS, which I'm very happy about. Very happy about indeed. But this is the Valley, the old farm. A map in which I have played off screen quite a bit. Well, I say quite a bit. I've looked around it. I know my way around the map a little bit. Bits and pieces. I wouldn't say I know my way around the map, but I know the map generally. I've played it before. But you may notice no original machinery. That's entirely on purpose. Instead, we're going for a Doots theme. Going for a Doots theme for this Let's Play. This is going to be a semi-realistic series. Not going to go full realistic, or as realistic as I have been on the West Coast, but I'm not going to have tractors like jumping about the place or anything like that. But we have £307,000. I should probably change that to euros, to be honest, but I'll do that before the next episode if I remember. And we have our Agristar 6.71 here. This is going to be primarily my tractor. I like how the front wheels are nice and big. And then we have the, I think it's a Agristar 6 or 5 or something. I'm not entirely sure. It's a 6.1, 6.11. It's a smaller Agristar. Bit of rust on it. It's an older tractor. I love this thing starting up. In fact, I'll just show you what I mean. Love that. It sounds like it's going to fall to bits any second now. I have the fuel trailer here. It's a Giants one, I think. I might be wrong. But it's the little fuel trailer. It's big enough. Opening up this shed, we have our self-propelled sprayer. Can't remember the brand of this, but it is a mod as well. It just fits in the shed. And I mean just. We also have our seed drill over there. And in our shed here, you're thinking, oh, not another transit van. But no, this is the service van. Yeah, mobile workshop with a precariously balanced stool in the back. So we have that one. And we also have something else up here. Just to be a little bit different, we have the Tatra Phoenix tipper lorry. Didn't go for the massive one, went for the medium-sized one. It will serve as well. Hopefully we won't need to replace that for a long time. If this door would just shut, is it going to? No? Where's the trigger? There it is. And looking at the map, I've purchased field number 6, so we own field 2, field 6, field 38, 91, 92, 83, 62, 93. I think I said that one. Well, we have that one too. And 25 and 26 as well. So we have quite a number of fields. They're spread out quite a bit as well. I'm not going to touch field 38 until we buy field 37, 36 and 35. I want all 4 of them because I have a plan in mind for them, but we'll get to that later on. But first of all, first and foremost, we need to go over here and get in my Doots. Lift up the front weight. This thing has no trouble starting. Washed a chicken there. I don't have manual attaching on in this series. I just think that this series doesn't need it. But I am going to fill the seeder over here, like so. This is only a 3-meter seeder. This is a Giant's mod. It is a seed drill. There's an old bath there. Looks a little bit worse for wear. And we're going to seed our first field. Our seasons is on, and it is set to, I believe, 9 days per season. I want into that field there. Can I get in through there? I apparently can. So, obviously no unfolding required for this. Oh, it beeps at me. Very nice. We're just going to plant this field with wheat. I am also aware that Dagobin is also doing a series on this, so if you want to, you can head over to his channel and watch his series on the same map. Funnily enough, he's actually plants the exact same crop in the same field, just with different equipment altogether. Similar, but still different. So that is always an option to you, to head over there and watch Dagobin play this map instead. Well, hopefully not instead, but if you just wanted to, you are most certainly welcome to. I highly recommend his channel. Hopefully this doesn't take us very long. It's not a very big field. Dagobin goes into a little bit more detail about the map, and goes for a little drive around and things like that in his video. So if that's the sort of thing you want to see, head over there. But I'm going to jump straight in personally and get on with working the land. I don't have periodic ploughing on, but I'm okay with that. I have it set to 3 fertilising stages, and obviously this seeder does not fertilise, so I will need to spray the fields myself. But we have 9 days in order to plant all our fields, so absolutely loads of time. I think I'll actually put the time up to times 30 speed for the in-game time, just to pass the day through a bit quicker. Unfortunately, there is no beacons on this tractor. I now have a graphics card that is capable of reflections from the beacons, which I'm very happy about. Finally, I have some decent equipment in order to do these YouTube videos, so hopefully the quality shows in the videos. It came just in time as well, because today, the day of recording this, is actually the 31st of March, and tomorrow there will be a video released changing the, I'm calling it changing gear on the channel, making the channel a little bit more active. Although recently I have been trying it out the last week or so, and given myself quite a hectic upload amount. I think I've been uploading it, well, apart from one day where I had some issues with my old computer, I have been uploading at least 2 videos a day, and that is the plan going forward, at least 2 videos per day. Currently I'm working through a series of Banished that will continue until we have 250 citizens in our town, and then I'll end that series at that point. Turn this field into a circle. But for now, it will continue. 2 uploads a day, Monday to Friday. But the one thing that I do want to change is I want to get back into the farming simulator, which is what actually was the original idea for the channel. It was going to be primarily farming simulator. So getting back to that a little bit, focusing a little bit more on the farming aspect. I will still play other games as well, but farming simulator is going to return at the focal point of the channel, or farming games in general, because I do have another game, yet another game to record for the channel. I've not started yet, but I will be in the next day or two. Not releasing any details on that, so you're just going to have to stay tuned and hit that subscribe button to find out what that is. But it is a farming game, and it is not pure farming. I have watched other people's Let's Plays of pure farming and given it a little shot myself, not the Let's Plays, but played the game myself, and I don't enjoy it as much as I do other games. It's certainly not a bad game, but it's just not my personal cup of tea, so it's not pure farming. So if you're sick to the back teeth of pure farming, like I imagine some of you will be, don't worry, it's not that. I'm also going to be starting a mini-series, or a few mini-series, but one at a time, of older games. Not full-blown retro games, but games from the years past. Not necessarily all farming related, but some of them most certainly will be. So you have to stay tuned for that as well. But if you are enjoying my Oakfield Farm series, don't worry, that will be returning very, very soon indeed. It will be returning and being more constant as well. I will be recording a lot more episodes of it, a lot more uploads of it, as well as the West Coast and Oregon Springs, and now this one. So we're going to have 4 farming simulator series running at the same time. Now that might be a bit more than a lot of people would recommend, but I don't have any kind of issue with that, because what I tend to do is record I spend a day per farm as such, and record enough for usually a week. So in this instance I'm actually recording reasonably late at night, so I'll only be recording 1 or 2 episodes of this today, but I will be returning to it probably on Monday, and recording quite a lot more. I have a bit of a bank of Oakfield farms sitting there already, so I don't need to worry about that. But the West Coast, I've done quite a lot of work off camera on that in preparation for recording the next episode, and there's a few changes that's been made to that farm as well. So if you're a fan of that series, you'll need to check that one out when it is released. It will be released, I think, on Monday. I'll just tidy up these little bits here and there. Try not miss too much. I've left a little bit too much in this field for my liking. We don't have a harvester yet. My plan for that is to actually hire a harvester. That's the thought anyway. I don't see a point of owning something just for it to sit there for the majority of the year. It seems like a bit of a waste of money, to be honest. Just tidy up these last few bits here, and then we'll move on to our next field. I'm actually tempted to turn field 91 into something else. In fact, that is what I'll do actually. One of these fields around here is going to become something completely different. Obviously not this field is going to be wheat. I've literally just seeded it, so I'm not changing it now. Only used 5% of the seeder as well, which is good news. Cheap field to seed. Last few bits here. This bit here, and then do some weird rotation here. So now this field here, I want this field as wheat as well. Might seem a little bit wasteful, but we have no animals yet. We may get them in the future, but as for now, we don't have any. So I don't need to worry about grass or anything like that just now. I'm going off course here. We don't own field 63, but we may soon. There's a lot of fields that I'd like to buy. Well, this tractor's struggling slightly. Not what I expected. I thought it'd have plenty of power for this. This field is actually bigger than I thought. But I'll go around the headland a couple of times and then let a worker take over, I think. Or maybe I'll just do it myself, I'm not sure yet. It depends how much is left after I do the headlands. Oh, right up to the roadside here. I'll just reverse back. That did literally nothing there. That tree will probably be cut down. That's something else I'd like to do in this series. I'd like to get back to doing a couple of things that I haven't done in Farming Simulator in a while, and that is things like forestry work as well as contract work. That is why I chose not to buy Field 63. I think I should do some contract work in it before I buy it, lower the price at least. In fact, I'll more than likely do that in just a minute. Once I've finished the headland. This field is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was. This would have been a really good grass field. It may get turned back to grass next season. We'll just have to wait and see if I remember to do it. The minimap shows it as being grass, so I'll probably remember. I think it's meant to be grass, but it's a big bit of real estate. This tractor is really struggling up this hill here. One mistake that I did find that Dagowin made was he seen the skid steer loader in the top level of the storage sheds and thought it was just a prop, but it is in fact a vehicle that you own when you get this map. I've sold mine. I don't need a skid steer loader. I don't actually like them. I find them quite annoying to drive. But I got rid of the one for this particular farm. My intention is to not use the transit van an awful lot either, for obvious reasons. Did I miss this bit, or is it just... must just be a terrain issue. I don't mind that. Maybe it fills up with water. That'd be quite cool. Don't know if that actually happens, but that would be quite interesting. Not sure what we'd have to do in field 63 if... Oh, I'm going way off course here. Even if... I don't even know if... you can do contract work on this map, if I'm being honest. There's a couple of patches that seem to have some terrain issues, which obviously wouldn't have been an issue if this field stayed as a grass field. But this map, I believe, is by a modding company called Black Sheep Modding. I have a few of their tractors and buildings and things like that as well. I think I have some of their tractors, I can't remember. I have that many mods, it's very difficult to keep track of them all. I have, on last count, 160 mods installed on the game, not including the various maps I have. But if I have featured a mod that you have created and haven't given you credit for, I do sincerely apologise. And just let me know and I will be sure to give credit where credit is due. There's the map autosave. It's much smoother on this machine than it has been in the past. Tractor's still struggling up this hill here. So we'll go around, I think, 3 times in total and then leave it to a worker. But before we leave it to the worker, I want to have a look at those grassy patches that have been left, find out if there's something I can do about them. I know this isn't, strictly speaking, the correct way to seed a field, but it's certainly the easiest. Makes the worker a little bit happier as well, gives them an easier edge to follow, especially on a grass field. They get very easily confused, which isn't unexpected, to be honest. So this field isn't as big as I I can barely speak today, as I first thought. I think a few of these hills are actually going to pose an issue. But we'll find out. That's some of the grass there that I'm not overly pleased about. I will try to go back over it. There's some more there. I think that's probably my fault, that bit. But we'll see what we can do with it, if anything at all. And another bit there. I just swing over this way slightly. No, that missed it altogether. Maybe I can't get those bits. If not, that's okay. I will reduce down to times 15 speed because there's still a couple of things I'd like to do in this episode. I don't mind too much if there's bits of grass in the field, as long as the majority of it is seeded to my specifications. Unfortunately, my specifications are quite direct in the sense that all of it is what I'd like. So, almost done the third headland, which does give us quite a reasonable size of headland, to be fair. If we were working this field ourselves, this would be ample amounts. And to the dreaded hill that kills the tractor. The tractor's not overly powerful. Can't actually remember how much power it's got, but I think it's somewhere in the region of 200 horsepower. Which is okay in my book. It's not the most powerful tractor we've got on any of the series, but a lot of the fields on this map are quite small. And I think that's us done, so I'll just go and have a look at these grass patches and then get the worker on the go. So just try going over this bit again. Slower this time. Does that make a difference? No. How about going at a funny angle? No, obviously I can't do anything about it. That's okay. So we'll just head back over here and get the worker on the go. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but it halved my frame rate. There we go. Frame rate is back to where I like it. So we will just start this row for them, so they've got something to follow. And I think it's Shift H. It is. Show AI. Oh, I'm doing something wrong. Apparently they're doing it right though. I want that on though. Hang on. Something hasn't gone right there. Okay, there we go. That's what I want. If I hire them now. Don't know why they're not picking up on that. No idea why they're not doing that. Maybe if I come over a little bit more. You're not blocked by an object, stop complaining. Maybe it's just not going to work. So maybe if I stop them and just hire a normal worker. That will do. On you go. Go and do some of the field. Probably miss most of it. Where is the farm? The farm is over here. I'll get the worker to do at least some of it anyway. May have to start them a couple of times, but I'm okay with that. I don't mind that too terribly much. So we're here at the top of the farm. This is a field in itself. What is this for? Sheep, probably. And just jump over this fence. Ploughed texture there. Jump over that fence. Come down here. It's a good thing stamina is not a thing in this game. We're going to take our Tatra out. Maybe not the most economic vehicle to have for just running around, but I do like it. Agricultural lorry. It's a little bit bumpy along this road. You see our worker there doing, I would say, a fine job, but they're doing something. Splash through this puddle. This road is very bumpy indeed. We're going to need to buy new shock absorbers for our lorry after this. So we're going to go over to the field marker for field 63. I need somewhere to park this lorry up. I think I'll just park it here. Turn the lights off, but leave the hazards on. Unfortunately, the lorry doesn't have any... What would you like us to do? Just as soon as you're... can I get a better equipment? That's better. I will do that. This has beacons. I like beacons. You can see it reflecting on the road now. So we've got 26 minutes to seed this field. Block the entire road for a second. I don't know if this part is part of the field, but I'm going to assume it is. Turn it on. No, it's not. Good to know. So this shouldn't take us very long at all. This is quite a big seeder and a very big tractor he's given us. This thing is nice. It's in keeping with our theme as well. Tempted to nip over and do my field with this. Not sure if it works that way, but it'd be nice if it did. So this will bring us in a little bit more money, not that we need it, and lower the price of this field for when we go to buy it. And also save us seeding it ourselves, I suppose. "24 minutes remaining on this. Our worker has crashed. I will just do it myself, I think. Probably be better. But given that I don't want these episodes to be too terribly long, I am in fact going to end this one here. I will join the next episode on immediately after this one, probably towards the end of this field, but stay tuned to the next for the next episode so that you can see how much money we get for this, because I didn't even check. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.